Let's be honest. Trying to figure out if someone likes you back can feel like decoding a mystery. One day they're smiling, texting, laughing at your jokes. The next, you're second-guessing everything and wondering if you imagined the whole vibe. We've all been there. The truth is, attraction doesn't always show up in obvious ways, but it does leave clues, and once you know what to look for, it becomes surprisingly easy to tell when the feeling is mutual. In this video, we're breaking down 4 clear signs you both like each other without the guessing games. You won't need to overanalyze every emoji, pause, or hey text ever again. Instead, you'll understand the small but powerful signals that reveal genuine connection, whether it's through eye contact, body language, tone, or how naturally the conversation flows. By the end, you'll see that attraction isn't about tricks or mind reading. It's about awareness, learning to recognize when chemistry, comfort, and emotional alignment come together. You'll also learn how to respond when you notice those signs, so you can move forward confidently instead of staying stuck in uncertainty. We'll talk about how real connection feels different from casual friendliness, what consistent effort looks like, and why certain behaviors speak louder than words. You'll learn to spot emotional and physical cues that signal interest, respect, and comfort, all the ingredients that build something real. So if you've been overthinking every message, replaying every glance, or wondering if they feel the same way, stop stressing. You're about to see the truth clearly. Let's get into the 4 signs that prove it's not just in your head. You know that feeling when you meet someone and everything just clicks? The conversation flows without effort. The laughter feels natural, and you never have to search for something to say. That's not luck. It's chemistry. Real chemistry isn't just about attraction or butterflies. It's that deeper, unspoken comfort that makes being around someone feel easy and right. From the very start, you might notice how time flies when you're with them. A quick chat turns into an hour without either of you realizing it. You both lean in, mirror each other's gestures, and share a rhythm that feels almost automatic. You don't have to try to impress each other or think too hard about what to say. You're just present. That's one of the clearest signs you're on the same wavelength. Chemistry shows up in the small things. The way your eyes meet and stay locked just a second longer than usual. The shared smiles that happen without words. And the quiet moments that don't feel awkward. There's a sense of emotional ease, like your energy matches theirs naturally. You can talk about serious things or completely random topics, and it still feels like you're both tuned in to the same frequency. Another big clue is comfort. You don't feel the need to overanalyze your words or hide parts of yourself. Instead, you're relaxed, open, and maybe even a little vulnerable. That level of ease isn't something you can fake or force. When 2 people like each other, they subconsciously create a safe emotional space where they can both just be themselves. Pay attention to how you both engage. Do they make eye contact when you talk? Do they remember small details from past conversations? Do they find excuses to keep the interaction going? Maybe asking one more question or laughing a little longer before saying goodbye. These are all subtle signs that the connection feels effortless to both of you. What's powerful about natural chemistry is that it doesn't need validation. It's not about reading into mixed signals or chasing attention. It's about noticing how consistently easy it feels to connect. You'll sense it in the calm energy between you. Not forced, not staged, just mutual flow. When that kind of chemistry exists, it's more than just attraction, it's alignment. You understand each other's humor, energy, and pace. There's curiosity, but also comfort, excitement without pressure. You feel lighter around them, and they seem to light up too. So if you find yourself smiling more, feeling understood, and realizing that being around them simply feels right, pay attention. That's not coincidence. That's connection. And when it's mutual, it's one of the clearest, most genuine signs that you both like each other. Sometimes the strongest messages aren't spoken at all. Before anyone says, "I like you," their body usually gives it away. The way someone moves, looks at you, or closes the space between you can say more than any text or compliment ever could. If you want to know whether the attraction is mutual, pay attention to these quiet signals, because body language doesn't lie. Flirting isn't always obvious. It often starts with small gestures, a quick glance that lingers a little too long, a light touch on the arm, or leaning in when you talk. Those micro moments create a spark that feels charged yet comfortable. When someone likes you, they naturally want to be closer, not just physically, but emotionally. They'll face you directly, tilt their heads slightly when you speak, and mirror your posture without even realizing it. You might also notice changes in their energy. Their tone softens when they talk to you. Their smile feels genuine, not polite. They find excuses to stay near you, maybe to show you something on their phone or to keep the conversation going. It's not about grand gestures. It's about how consistent and natural their attention feels. Touch is another clear signal. A friendly nudge, a quick hug, or brushing something off your sleeve can all reveal attraction when done with warmth and ease. The key difference between casual contact and flirtation is intention. When it's mutual, both people feel that spark, it's comfortable, not forced, and it leaves you both smiling afterward. Eyes are a huge part of this too. Eye contact builds tension in the best way. If someone likes you, their eyes will stay on you longer than normal. They'll look away and back again, almost testing the connection. You might catch them glancing when they think you're not looking. Those stolen looks aren't random. They're instinctive. Flirting through body language is also about rhythm. You laugh at the same time, your movements sync naturally, and your gestures feel like part of a shared dance. There's no awkwardness, just a smooth back and forth that makes you both more animated and alive in each other's presence. What makes these signals powerful is how effortless they are. No one has to plan them. They happen because both people are genuinely interested. You'll feel it in the way your heart speeds up when they lean in, or how your mood lifts when they smile at you from across the room. That's real chemistry taking physical form. So if you've been wondering whether the flirting is all in your head, pay attention to the body, not the words. When the attraction is mutual, the space between you gets smaller, the energy gets lighter, and every interaction feels charged with possibility. Those subtle movements aren't set random. They set quiet confessions that say, "I feel it too." Here's the thing. Anyone can show interest once. They can send a flirty text, give a compliment, or seem really into you for a day or two. But emotional investment is different. It's what happens when someone genuinely cares about you, not just the idea of you. If you want to know whether the feelings are mutual, look beyond the surface. Real connection shows up in consistency. When someone truly likes you, they don't disappear after the spark. They stay curious about your world, your thoughts, your routines, your moods. They check in just because they want to, not because they need something. They remember the little things you mention and bring them up later, showing they actually listen. That level of attention doesn't happen by accident. It's a sign that you matter to them in a deeper way. Emotional investment shows in patterns. Maybe they ask how your day went, even when they're busy. Maybe they offer support when you're stressed, or they celebrate your wins with genuine excitement. These moments might seem small, but together they build a clear message. You're important to me. You'll also notice consistency, not just in words, but in actions. They make time for you, follow through on what they say, and don't leave you guessing where you stand. When someone's feelings are real, you never feel like you're chasing them. The effort comes naturally because they actually want to be part of your life. Another powerful sign is emotional openness. They don't just talk about surface-level stuff. They share personal stories, vulnerabilities, and dreams. They let you in. That kind of trust doesn't come easily, but it's a strong indicator that they see you as more than just a temporary connection. Mutual attraction grows when both people feel safe enough to be real. Even their communication tells a story. Notice how they respond when you pull back a little. Do they reach out and try to reconnect? Do they notice when something's off with you? Someone who's emotionally invested will care about how you're feeling, not just when things are light and easy, but also when life gets messy. And here's the best part. Emotional investment doesn't rely on constant attention or grand gestures. It's quiet, but steady. You can feel it in the way they look at you, in their tone when they say your name, in the comfort of knowing they'll show up again tomorrow. So, if you find yourself realizing that both of you make an effort to stay connected, to talk, to listen, to show up, that's not casual. That's real emotional interest. Mutual feelings aren't proven in one big moment. They're built in the everyday consistency of showing that you care. And when two people invest like that, it's a sign the connection isn't just physical, it's genuine and growing. Attraction might bring two people together, but comfort and respect keep them there. You can have chemistry, laughter, even flirting, but when both people truly like each other, something deeper settles in. You feel safe being yourself. You don't have to perform or pretend. That's genuine comfort, and it's one of the most reliable signs of mutual feelings. Think about it. When you're around someone who doesn't judge you, your guard naturally drops. You laugh louder, speak freely, and share more of who you really are. That level of ease doesn't come from surface attraction. It comes from trust. When two people like each other, they build that comfort through kindness, understanding, and emotional balance. You'll notice it in small ways. You don't overthink your messages or worry about saying the wrong thing. They make you feel valued, even when you're quiet. There's no tension or guessing game. You know where you stand, because their energy is steady. They listen when you talk, respect your opinions, and treat your boundaries like they matter. That's not just politeness, that's genuine respect. Real comfort shows up in silence too. You can sit together without needing to fill every moment with conversation. The quiet doesn't feel heavy or awkward, it feels peaceful. That's a strong sign that both of you trust the connection enough to just be. You're not chasing validation or attention. You're simply enjoying the presence of each other. Respect also means balance. They don't pressure you, play games, or make you compete for their time. They understand that attraction doesn't mean control. They admire your independence, your opinions, and your individuality. In return, you feel drawn to them not because you need them, but because you choose them. That's what mutual liking looks like at its healthiest. When someone likes you in a real way, they'll protect your comfort. They won't cross lines just to get closer. They'll check in before getting too personal or physical. They'll make sure you feel okay, not because they're being cautious, but because they care. That's respect in action. You'll also notice that disagreements don't turn into power struggles. You can have different views, yet the tone stays calm and thoughtful. There's space for honesty, and both people feel heard. That kind of emotional maturity is a sign of mutual care, the kind that only happens when both people value the connection more than their ego. When genuine comfort and respect exist together, everything else flows naturally. Communication, attraction, trust. You stop wondering if you're too much or not enough. You just feel accepted, and that's how you know it's real. So, if being around them feels peaceful, safe, and authentic, hold on to that. Mutual respect is the quiet foundation of every lasting connection. It's not loud or dramatic, but it's the clearest sign that you both truly like each other, not just for how you look, but for who you are. Here's the truth. Figuring out if someone likes you back doesn't have to be confusing or stressful. We often get stuck in our heads, overanalyzing every look, message, or silence. But real connection isn't built on constant guessing. It's built on clarity, energy, and consistency. When you see these signs, chemistry that feels natural, playful flirting, emotional investment, and genuine comfort, that's your answer right there. You don't need to chase it or decode it, you just need to notice it. The best relationships start from honesty and ease. When two people truly like each other, it feels balanced, not one-sided or uncertain. You both show up, you both care, you both make space for each other's presence. It's not perfect every moment, but it feels real, and that's what matters. So, what should you do next? Start by trusting what you feel. If the connection feels mutual, don't be afraid to lean into it a little more. Keep the conversations going. Show appreciation. Let them see the real you, not a version you think they'll prefer. Authenticity is what deepens attraction, not perfection. And if you're still unsure, pay attention to patterns, not just moments. Attraction can flicker, but interest that's genuine shows up repeatedly. The right person won't leave you guessing. They'll make it clear through their actions, time, and care. Sometimes the next step is simple. Say how you feel. It doesn't need to be dramatic. A small, honest expression, like, I really enjoy spending time with you, can open doors that endless overthinking never will. Vulnerability can be scary, but it's also the only way connection grows. Remember, love isn't about chasing signals. It's about mutual recognition. When you both like each other, it won't feel like a puzzle to solve. It'll feel like two people meeting in the middle, naturally and willingly. So stop replaying every moment in your mind. If the signs are there, trust them. Let the connection breathe and unfold. The right person will meet you halfway, and when they do, you'll realize it was never that complicated after all. If this video helped you see things a little clearer, take a second to breathe and trust what you feel. The best connections aren't forced, they just fit. If you caught yourself thinking of someone while watching, maybe that's your sign to stop holding back and see where it goes. Thanks for spending your time here with me today. If you learned something or felt that ha moment, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you want more real talk about love, attraction, and relationships, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss what's next. Drop a comment below and tell me which sign stood out to you the most. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, take it easy on yourself. Stop overthinking, stay open, and remember, the right connection won't make you doubt it.